Okay, this one looks a little bit more complex. It's also a linear equation with fractions, but it's really the same thing. Again, we always have to find our LCD when we're dealing with fractions because it allows us to eliminate it. So really this 2 is just a 2 over 1 if you want to think of that. Our denominators are a 3, a 4, and an 8. So what's the smallest number that all 3 of those are factors of? You know, they all fit into. I like to just take the biggest one, 8, and just list multiples of 8, see what works. So does 8 work? No, 3 doesn't fit into 8. How about the next multiple of 8, 16? Works for 4 again, doesn't work for 3. The next multiple of 8 is 24, and that's our winner because 3, 4, and 8 all are factors of 24. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply, and I'm going to put these guys in parentheses, you'll see why in a minute. We're going to multiply all 3 of these by 24, see what cancels. Oh, almost ran out of room. Okay, let's multiply this by 24, this by 24, everything by 24. And 24 over 3 is really, you can think of it as 24 divided by 3, since we know that all these guys are multiples of 24 anyway, they can be divided. So 24 over 3 is 8. Another way to think about it is that 3 fits into both, and 3 fits into 24 8 times, and 3 fits into itself once. 24 over 4, by that same token, is 6. And here, 24 over 8 is 3 over 1, or 3. And the last one, 24, doesn't cancel. I really should have that 2 in parentheses. You get the idea? Alright. Let's write everything in yellow. We end up having an 8 times x minus 2. Again, the denominators are all gone. That's the whole point of this. So if you have anything left in the denominator, you're doing it wrong. I'm just going to go ahead and multiply this last one over here. 24 times 2 is actually just 48. And the rest of this is just nice algebra 1 here. So we're going to do some distributive properties. Make sure that you, when you have this minus sign here, whenever you have that, make sure that you are remembering to distribute that too. That's a big thing that students will mess up, and it's a shame if they get all the way to this point and you might mess that part up. So just be careful. From this point, there's really not a whole lot to say. We've been doing this a lot. So we're going to combine like terms. Negative 16 and negative 42 is negative 58. And over here, 48, and then a minus 12 looks like a positive 36. And I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And then I'm going to subtract 36 from both sides. A really cool thing is that my mental math is, it's okay. I wouldn't win an award if I went up against some other math teachers. So I'm going to take these 2 things right here. Now, this is just a nice math trick. When you are combining 2 negatives, it's really the same as if they were both positive and you're adding them together. Your final answer is just going to be negative. So this is my little thought bubble here off to the side. 8 and 6 is 14. And 1, 5, and 3 is 6 and 3, which is 9. So our final answer here, I'm going to write it over on this side so I'm running out of room, is negative 94. I don't have to go back and check to see if this works because it's not a rational equation. We don't have any x's in the denominator that could possibly restrict our values. So we're okay. Our final answer is negative 94.